Hello everyone, we are back again today. We've seen the preview of every team. We are going to now preview games in this new series of videos that are coming up. In case you do like my videos, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. The game that we are going to look at today is the game between the Chennai Super Kings and the Delhi Capitals. A game that from the outset might look like who's going to win. The odds seem too favorable on CSK basis past records, but in this IPL's context, no team has won two games on the trot. The, the points table is pretty evenly poised. You've not had any team who's taken the momentum forward. This could be the game where you see one team say, we're going to go ahead and rise up the table. From the outset, the match is going to be played at the Dubai International Stadium. The stadium has witnessed three games in this IPL. You've seen scores varying from 150s and 160s to 200. So this is a pretty high scoring venue. It's not as high scoring as Sharjah, but a score of around 175, 180 is going to be realistic. Now, how are the two teams stacked up? What are the strategies? Let's first look at the CSK here. The CSK, anytime, any edition of the IPL, you always see the CSK slowly building up towards the playoffs. This year, as we've already seen, they've been hampered by a few blows before the tournament, but now is the time for them to come ahead and say that we've got to take the momentum forward. One peculiar aspect is their batting order. There's been a lot of debate about the CSK's batting order. I somewhere feel for Chennai to bat well, they need to have a stable batting order. This could be one big chance for Murli Vijay. He's not had good games at all. The last two games are pretty disastrous for him. This could be the game where he takes an approach of all or nothing this time. So he hits well. He doesn't, perhaps he might have to give his plays off to someone. The Ruturaj Gaikwad experiment last time didn't work, but I think more than Ruturaj Gaikwad being included in the team as a batsman, I think CSK has always gone into an IPL with a lot of bowling options. You look at the captaincy of Mahendra Singh Dhoni, you always know that he has six or seven bowlers at his disposal. Unfortunately, in the last two games, you've seen only five bowlers, and that hurt them most when they played against the Rajasthan Royals. Somewhere I feel they need to correct that. So I don't see Ruturaj Gaikwad playing in Shaley because when six batsmen don't perform, then the seventh batsman doesn't make much of a difference, especially if it's a T20 game. So you're looking at Faf du Plessis to come at number 3, and I would want MS Dhoni to play at number 4. Yes, he wasn't having game time. He's not played for more than 400 odd days. That all comes down to matter, but the experience that he has to play at number 4 or maximum at number 5. He can't go at number 7 and number 6. So one more thing for CSK to look at is they don't have Harbhajan Singh and they don't have any more finger spinners. That's where I think Kedar Jadhav's bowling is going to be of more impact today because he's going to be up against a Delhi side which has got three left-handers in the top 5. So could Kedar Jadhav be used as a power play spinner or perhaps in the middle overs? But definitely Kedar Jadhav needs to be given a ball this time around because he's the only finger spinner. So Kedar Jadhav and Dhoni at number 4 and number 5. Number 6 has to be Jadeja. I think the number 7 position has to go to Sam Curran. He's done well. Sam Curran's all or nothing approach has worked. With Mumbai, it worked. With Rajasthan, okay, he had those 15, 16 runs scored quickly, but he's that kind of an energetic player that CSK need. At number 8, Deepak Chahar has to continue. It's important that Deepak Chahar starts picking up wickets in the power play because he's got over 25 wickets in the power play. So I don't think there's anything stopping him from picking up. He's got into the rhythm now. He seems to be better than what he was in the game against Mumbai. So Chahar at a number 8. One more try for Chawla, surely because they can't have an overseas player come in and replace Chawla, and they don't have any experienced Indian player also coming in there at this point of time. I'm tempted to play Shardul Thakur. The simple reason being is CSK need more bowlers, and Shardul Thakur, he's not that pacey. Yes, he's not an express pace bowler, but at least he gives Dhoni another option. So when five of your bowlers, when there's one bowler who has a bad day, you've got one more proper bowler. You don't go into a part-timer there. So Shardul Thakur coming in there, and then number 11, give one more chance to Lungi and Gidi. He didn't have the best of games last time. He bowled three excellent overs. The fourth one was pretty expensive. Perhaps the game-changing over in terms of margin of runs at the end. But this is what is going to be the lineup for today from CSK's perspective. Now that we've looked at the CSK predicted 11 for this game, we are looking at the Delhi Capitals, a team that snatched victory from the jaws of defeat, if I have to put it that way. They were nearly out of the game till the last ball, somehow managed to hold their nerve and then had an excellent super over wherein Kahiso Rabada ensured that they won that game. That can give them a lot of positivity. Somewhere at the back of the mind, they might feel that yes, there's the rub of the green going our way. This could be our year, but they'll need to address a few issues. At the top, while more or less the team is going to remain certain, the same team as what played last time, what I still feel is somewhere they need to control their shot making. Too much of extravagant strokes make no sense. So Prithvi Shaw will have to contain his instincts. He'll have to go for the shots, but at the same time ensure that he doesn't go playing reckless shots because his start becomes important for the team. So Shaw and Dhawan opening up, Shimron Hetmeyer, this could be a game where possibly he does well, he continues playing in the squad. Otherwise, if I were to be very critical, I would want Rahane there right away. But then, since there's a winning combination going on, continue with Hetmeyer, and then at number 4 comes in Shreyas Iyer, and number 5 Rishabh Pant. Last game, if you see, Shreyas Iyer started well, somewhere just threw away his wicket with a bad shot. Rishabh Pant will need to control his instincts because he's going to be more or less of a finisher or someone who's going to take the innings till the end of the game. So if that's the case, Rishabh Pant will need to slightly slow down, not in terms of run scoring, but in terms of controlling his instincts. And then at number 6, you're looking at Marcus Stoinis. Well, what a turnaround he had. He was nowhere in the picture. He didn't have a great series in England. He comes back, he plays a superb knock, supplements it with his bowling. Marcus Stoinis did everything right that was possible in the last game. He's going to come in with a lot of confidence there. Akshar Patel coming in at number 7 lends a bit of batting depth. He's bowled well. You remember last game when Ashwin went injured, the owners were suddenly on Akshar Patel to control the run flow. He did it beautifully there. If he can just continue that, it's going to be wonderful. Ashwin, he's trained well. You saw in the social media videos that he started training. But I somewhere feel that at a precautionary level, they might want to rest Ashwin for today's game. Get in Amit Mishra, the old warhorse, extremely successful in the IPL. Fitness is slightly an issue, but if he can turn around his leg spinners, remember CSK does have a bit of chink in their armor when tackling leg spin. Dhoni does have his blues when he plays leg spin. Watson isn't that convincing. So Amit Mishra can be tried out there at number 8. Number 9 and number 10, they pick for themselves Kahiso Rabada and Anrik Notkia. They had an extremely good game. They can easily bowl 140s and 150s, and they love to bowl at Dubai. Hurry up the top order of CSK. Faf du Plessis does know these two in and out, but it will still be a game wherein it will be a good contest nevertheless. And at number 11, I somewhere feel Mohit Sharma didn't really do his job last time. His pace is a lot more easier for the batsman to attack. It could be a toss-up between a Harshal Patel to lend further batting depth, but I somewhere feel they can try out Avesh Khan. He's express pace, he can bowl 140s. With a three-pronged pace attack and two spinners and a Marcus Stoinis, Delhi would find their combination working perfect. So not many changes, maybe a forced change in the form of Ashwin dropping out and Amit Mishra coming in purely because of a precautionary injury measure. Otherwise, Delhi looks settled. The match today is going to be about experience versus young blood. So who holds their nerve, who holds the fort in terms of thought and strategy is going to win this game. We've had two pretty much damn squibs in the last 2 days. We are looking for an exciting match, and I hope this is a thriller of a contest on cards. Thank you and all the best, and may the best team win.